I am going to literally share something with you that would blow your mind. In fact, when I think about it, I felt, wow, these things are serious. A lot of marketers find it difficult to sell their product because of the way they present it to the buyers. The buyer has two thoughts in their mind when you approach them, because every average Nigerian is very, very sensitive when it comes to giving you their money. That's why you would hear, are they even genuine? Is the product very original? Have you sold to someone before? These are questions they are going to be asking you, and this is to totally ascertain their own curiosity before they can make further decision or even buy the product. So this video, I'm going to teach you how you're going to make your offers very presentable to your prospective buyers that would make them decide to give you their money. Note, nobody buys your product first. What they buy first is your offer. And I've told my team one thing that is very critical, that in the marketing of real estate, people don't tend to buy the land, they tend to buy the future in the land. And how do you present the future in the land? It is through the offer that you present to them. So you must learn how to present your offer to the people who are asking for your product before the product. The offer is more important than the product. Note, the product is very important. The product is very important because everyone who is making payment wants the product, but they want the offer before the product. That is why you've seen so many people who buy landed properties. They don't even know where the land is located. I saw that in my company while I was in Lagos. Some persons make payment of 3 plots of land, 4 plots of land from different places, even those who are abroad. They don't even know the location of that land. The reason why they took such decision is not because of the product, which is the land, that property that was shown to them on the video. It is because the offer that is attached to the landed property that was shown to them on the video. People pay for the offer more than they pay for the product. So you must learn how to present your offer for the people, especially when you understand the value of what you sell. When you understand the value of what you sell, it makes it easier for you to present it to your prospective buyers. Now, don't forget that every buyer is very careful not to be swindled. Not to be defrauded. Not to be defrauded. Because that's why you would hear them say, okay, where are you located? How can I trust you? These are questions that will come in from their heart. But when your offer is very, very lucrative and seriously, I told someone yesterday that if I tell you that I have $100 and I'm giving you $100 for you to give me $100, you're not going to be interested in my statement because it looks so very unnecessary to you. But if I tell you that if you give me $100 in less than 1 week, I'm going to give you $500, the next question you ask me is how? Now that's the offer. That's where the offer comes in. Because when I tell you that I'm going to give you $100, if you give me $100, you took it for joke. And you never believed it because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But when I told you that I'm going to give you a $500 in 1 week, when you give me $100, you are now very inquisitive to know more. That's where the offer comes. You present the offer in line with the price, which is the $100. Because when I tell you that you're going to pay $100 to get a $500 in this product, the first thing you would explain to me is how this product is going to generate a $500 in less than 1 week. Now I'm going to be listening to you, and at the point you will now tell me the future risk or the future values that is going to yield, that if I even leave it for more than 1 week, it's going to give me a $1,000. Now I will be more interested. That's where you get people to clue in to ask for more. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this. And that is applicable in real estate. People don't, in fact, a lot of people don't want to buy land where they will build houses. People want to buy land where they will resell and make more money. So many people want to buy land that they would resell and make more money. So you should be able to present the product, which is the land, to them in the view that if they buy this land today, in 2 years to come, and that's where you bring out testimonies of how people bought land 3 years later, and the land has skyrocketed to becoming much of great value than those who put money in the bank. I met a man who told me that he loves saving money in the bank, though he doesn't see a lot value increase on it, but he feels it's safer than buying the land that he doesn't know who really owns the land and the rest of the stories he posited. And I was able to clear him that it is because of the way he had done businesses of land before that really created such notion in his heart. I was able to persuade him to understand that investing in land is much better than investing in other properties like cars or even putting money in the bank. And today the man is a proud landlord of different plots of land, and he has even made profit in so many ways, selling of lands and also selling of building. That should be a testimony that you can share to someone. A man came to my office in Lagos and told us that he wants to buy a land and he has only 2 million naira. So my CEO now said, okay, that's no problem, I will help you to get a land for 2 million. But it's not going to be closer to this place. It's going to be in Ikorodu. And then the man said, Ikorodu even develop at all. At that time, the man was not convinced, but he just said, since I already have the 2 million naira, let me just do it immediately. And he did it with the 2 million naira. I just learned that man wanted to do something with money and requested to sell the property. And the property was sold for him at a rate of 5.2 million. Now that's how these are testimonies you can share, and people who are interested in such value increase, in such investment, would not hesitate to buy the product. But selling yourself or trying to make yourself impress, or trying to impress them with your personality or skills, would not sell the product. But trying to present the offers that are following the product, they will be interested in the product. So it is much important to present offers and not yourself. Let yourself or your interest be lower, but their interest on a higher note. Place them on a higher note that, okay, I told someone a few days ago that you're buying this plot of land for yourself, not for me. And tomorrow you will be the owner of this place. And that is to say that if this land gets to become a place where people buy land for 100 million, you are the owner of it. If it becomes a city, you are the owner of this land. So it's something that you buy, and it's a generation. It does not have it does not wither. It does not have a second-hand value. That's one thing I know about land. Land does not have a second-hand value. Even gold has a second-hand value, but land does not have a second-hand value. You can buy some gold today, and when you take it back, they'll tell you it has depreciated. That there's a slow in market value, and you can. But if you buy land, there is nothing of such that happens to it. So you present your offer in line with the product, and not yourself in line with the product. Stop reading your resume to your prospective buyer. Read the resume of the product you're selling, so that the people will be more abreast with the product and not much more abreast with your skill or with your personality. It doesn't really matter. People would even look at you, and then they see you and they see that you look good. They've already concluded in their mind who you are. They've already concluded your personality. But the most important thing that matters here now is the product you are selling. So learn to prioritize the product and put the values forward than putting yourself forward.